Bible tells us that Jesus was driven, Matthew 4, out into the wilderness. And there he fasted 40 days and 40 nights. Then the trick of the enemy, he always comes when you're frail and you're weak. And he comes to Jesus, begins to tempt Jesus. The first temptation is, if you be the Son of God, turn these rocks into bread. And Jesus quotes from Deuteronomy 8 and says, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. Then we know that Job says, I've esteemed the words of your mouth, 23:12, more than my necessary food. And Jeremiah says, thy words were found. And he says, I did eat them. Powerful. The next temptation of the devil was, he takes him to a high place. And this is very interesting. And this high place, you can see high place in the distance there. He takes him to this high place. And he says, if you be the Son of God, he says, cast yourself down from here. And then Jesus, and of course he's quoting from Psalms 91, he'll give your angels charge over thee. And Jesus quotes back, you shall not tempt the Lord your God. Wow. Then there's the final temptation where the Bible says that Jesus is taken to a very high place. Here, look at this high place. Jesus is taken to this very high place and presented all the kingdoms of the world. And he says, just bow down before me, says Satan. Man, the audacity of this evil entity that was once a covering cherub in Ezekiel 28 that walked up and down the coals of fire. Now he's telling the very God in the flesh to counsel him, cast himself down from here. And the Bible says that Jesus says, it is written, you shall not worship, you should worship only the Lord your God. In him only shall you serve. And then we know that the angels came and ministered. There's always an end to temptation. But remember, if you're going to fast, don't forget his word needs to be in you. It needs to be like a fire shut up in your bones. Is not my word like a fire, says Jeremiah, and like a hammer that breaks to pieces the rocks.